You know, before I get into the the meat of this video, here's a few things that I need to say up front that will, of course, serve as the intro to this masterpiece. Now, this has been a very, very interesting week. Not only because of the fact that our six-time Super Bowl champs suffered their first defeat of the season on Monday, but because of all of this dust-up surrounding this Kevin Samuels viral video. And I have sat back this entire week watching all of the commentary from the clouds. And I decided that I'm going to address what I deem as something that is problematic. But I'm not going to really deal with it here. I can't deal with it here. My videos are already shadow banned. My view count is already slowed and then sometimes turned back. My sub count is frozen. So therefore I know that this would not be the proper place to address what I'm going to address in this weekend's rabbit hole, which is why they're calling this Kevin Samuels gay. Why is that? I'm going to deal with that in the hole. I dare not address it here. You know what it is, second nature like breathing. If you want that explanation as to why they're calling this brother gay, send me email. I most certainly will get you the link. Now, I'm a tad bit disturbed. And the reason why I'm a tad bit disturbed is because of all of the hubbub that I'm hearing surrounding this Kevin Samuels viral video. I'm hearing our brothers who are surprised. And I have to say that somewhat disturbs me. And the reason why that somewhat disturbs me is because I told y'all this. I've told y'all in video after video after video after video after video. People constantly tell me, you repeat yourself. Yes, I do. Repetition is the mother of skill. I told y'all over and over and over again that this black woman thinks she is better than you. And here we go. I'm not even in the heart of the video and they trying to get at me. Oh, see, talking football, but that's gonna have to wait. I have to wait on that one. But I told y'all in many of these videos that she thinks she's better than you. She believes that you are not on her level. I told y'all that they moved the goalposts. I told y'all in many videos that when they talk about black men, they do not hand out passes. They do not hand out distinctions. They mean us as a collective. I've told y'all this in video after video after video. So when you seen that Kevin Samuels viral video. And that sister made the statement, I try to give brothers who are beneath me a chance, or brothers who are not on my level. You got to decode that. Because who she's talking about and what she should have actually just came out and said is, I try to give black men a chance. Because in her mind, she's better than the average black man. I told y'all this. This is how they think. They have an inflated price tag. I told y'all this, man. What they have is not worth what they think it's worth. I've told y'all this in video after video after video. They have an inflated price tag. They are delusional. They suffer from delusional disorder. And one of the symptoms of delusional disorder is what? Delusions. I told y'all this. I told y'all that they move the goalposts. And what I mean by that is, if these sisters, and this is what the hoteps don't want to accept, they can't digest this. The online hotep can't digest the fact that they move the goalposts. How do they move the goalposts? If they're going to call a Kevin Samuels a dusty, which I have heard, he's a dusty. Then if a brother like that is a dusty, then guess what? We're all dusties. Which is what I told y'all. When they classify y'all or classify us, they do so as a collective. They don't hand out passes. They don't hand out distinctions. They don't say black men are dusties except. No, they say black men. So when they use that term, that's what they're referring to. They are referring to black men. I've told y'all this. And this is the reason why they can now come and move the goalposts and say that Kevin Samuels is a dusty. And how is that moving the goalposts? If you ask any one of these females, what's your definition of a dusty? Even look at the urban definition of a dusty. Unemployed, no ambition, lazy, unintelligent. And I may be paraphrasing, but I think that pretty much sums it up. But that Kevin Samuels is none of those things. He doesn't meet the criteria. But yet and still these sisters are in the comment threads of videos calling him a dusty. Why? Because they moved the goalposts. And they have included in their definition of a dusty rhetoric. So now, since I disagree with your rhetoric, even though he meets none of the other criterias, not lazy, not shiftless, not unemployed, he doesn't meet that criteria. So we really can't call him a dusty. But yeah, wait a minute. Yes, we can. Why? Because now dusty also includes your rhetoric. So since we don't like his rhetoric, he now is a dusty. Y'all see the game that they play with y'all? And that's the reason why I tell y'all, if Kevin Samuels is classified as a dusty, we're all dusties. And listen, you online hotep back to Africa's red, black, and greens, that includes you too. They're not handing out passes and distinctions. And this is the reason why, if you ask the average Negro, you ask them, my man, you know, when you take a look at that viral video, who do you think took the biggest L? 90% of people will say that black woman or black women. And I disagree. And I'm going to tell you why. See, I'm going to give you an analogy that I gave to the most honorable Equazi 100. I believe we talked on Tuesday. And we were talking about this whole dust up and talking about the video. You know, we found it funny. We laughing about it. And I gave Equazi an analogy. when it comes down to this black woman. And I told him, listen, this black woman is like in football. We watch football, some of us has played. If the runner with the ball, let's say a running back, he has the football, he gets tackled, and there's a big pile up. If another defender comes and jumps on that pile, they're going to flag that. That's a 15-yard penalty. Why? That's unnecessary roughness. You can't pile on. Just like the quarterback. Let's say the quarterback takes the ball, he runs outside the pocket, and he goes to slide. If you hit that quarterback once he goes into his slide, guess what? They flagging that. And depending on the severity of the hit, they may throw you out the game. Why? Because he's giving himself up. He's down. What am I saying? The black woman is down. Hey, we can't play with this. We can't sugarcoat it. We can't pretend like it's that she's down, man. And that's the reason why the majority of people who listened to that Kevin Samuels viral video said what? He was telling the truth. Why? Because they know she's down. You can't hit the running back, the quarterback, once he's down. That's a penalty. You're piling on. Unnecessary roughness. This black woman is down and we all know it. This is the reason why she's always the bridesmaid, never the bride. This is the reason why even after leveling up, getting in shape, putting on 20 pounds of makeup, putting on skirt and heels, this is the reason why even after all that, 70% of them are chronically single. This is the reason why they're the least desired. These are just the facts, people. This ain't me saying this. These are just historical facts. Why? Because we all know that she's down. So I don't think that she took the biggest L because we already know they down. We know that what that brother told her was the truth. You have an inflated price tag. You're delusional. Yes, he told her the truth. So since she wasn't the one that suffered the biggest L, who suffered the biggest L? I'm going to tell you who suffered. And you probably figured it out by looking at my memes. And the one group that suffered the most, here they come once again. you can set your watch to this. Who suffered it the most? These online hoteps. These pro-blacks who do nothing but sit online and habitually argue and fuss with other black people. Not the supremacist, white supremacists on YouTube. They argue with black people. And they went out and they made videos calling Kevin Samuels gay. Referring to him as Kitten Samuels. Now, first of all, that's an ad hominem. And the use of ad hominems are employed when you can't debunk the person's argument. If you can debunk his argument, just debunk it. Why do you have to refer to him as gay? Why do you have to refer to him as kitten? That is an ad hominem attack. And like I said, in the whole, I'm going to tell y'all why that is. I'm not going to go in that here. You're going to have to request shameless plug for the Rabbit Hole Production. Send me an email, send you the link. I'll explain to you why that is. Why they call and why they refer to Kevin Samuels as gay and use this as a debunking his talking points. We're going to deal with that in the whole. But now all of these hoteps, these online pro-blacks, made all these videos fussing and complaining about what Kevin Samuels said, and they called him gay. And I want y'all to notice this. None of those sisters, there were black women in the comment thread, but I'm talking about the highfalutin, sophisticated, high-class black women on y'all's Negro sector YouTube. They didn't find themselves in the comment thread of those Hotep's videos. They ain't had nothing to say about them. They reared their head when Crystalline Carrison ran to White Zaddy and she produced a video with a white dude and had that white dude bashing Kevin Samuels. All of a sudden, these very same highfalutin Chrissy, Yanni Red, and their ilk, all of a sudden, they're in the comment thread of that Kristen Kierzan video, applauding her, applauding that white dude, and I want y'all to catch this. They were happy that the white guy was wearing a t-shirt. Oh, he just wearing a t-shirt. He's a 7-figure dude, and he just wearing a t-shirt. So wait a minute. So now here they go, moving the goalposts. So now y'all got a problem with a dude wearing a suit? So now all of a sudden wearing a suit is a bad thing? I thought y'all wanted that. I thought y'all wanted the brothers to stop wearing t-shirts and wife beaters and blue jeans and Timberlands. I thought y'all, and Air Jordans, I thought y'all wanted him to stop wearing that. So now you got a brother that wears a suit and y'all bashing him for that. Now y'all applauding the white dude for wearing a t-shirt. They move the goalpost. It's ever moving. If you have an NFL or a college game or any high school game, and that kicker is about to kick the winning field goal, and that goalpost is on wheels, and they can move that motherfucker, I mean, come on now, stop. But this is what they do. They move the goalposts. They change their tune. And I told y'all, Hotep's pro-black, back to Africa, red, black, and greens. I've been trying to tell y'all they don't need y'all to defend them. They don't want y'all to defend them. And why is it that they don't want y'all to defend them? Because in their mind, you're dusty too. You just don't understand it. You actually think you're getting a pass because you're defending, because y'all making videos calling this brother gay. Y'all actually think y'all getting brownie points in her mind. No. No, dude, no. You get no pass. You get no distinction. They're talking about you too. And that's the reason why I said at the beginning of the video, if a Kevin Samuels can be called a dusty, we're all dusties. And when they got in that comment thread of that Kristen Kierzan video, when she went and ran to White Zaddy, oh, White Zaddy, come protect me. And White Zaddy came to her defense, and he sat in that video, and he gave his rendition of what happened. And White Zaddy proved to all of us that he's blind. Why? Because he said that woman in that Kevin Samuels viral video, he said she was beautiful. Well, you see something I don't see. You see something I don't see. But clearly, White Zaddy is who they want to defend them, not you Hoteps. They don't want you dusty Hoteps defending them. And this is the reason why y'all notice that they didn't even show up in these Hotep videos. I've been telling these Negroes this for years. Trying to explain to these Negroes, man, they don't care nothing about y'all making videos, calling yourselves, defending them, getting their back, being on their team. They don't care nothing about none of that crap. In their mind, you are a dusty as well. And that's the reason why that term, the definition, is ever changing. And because they can change it at any given moment. And if you don't meet the criteria of a dusty, but they still disagree with your rhetoric, then they can still call you one, because now the definition includes the rhetoric. So since I disagree with what he says and how he says it, he's a dusty too. So when you have black women with that kind of power to define terms or to define who is a dusty and who's not, then we're all dusties, which is what I already knew. When they use that term, that is a term that they will substitute instead of just saying black male, because that's who they're talking about. It's the same with struggle love. It's the same with this when they say, I want to level up. Who do they want to level up from? You. Who is you? The black male. Who is it that I don't want to be in struggle love with? You, the black male. And the reason why we know that all of these terms are defined to mean you as a black man is because there's no such thing as struggle love with no white man. There's no such thing as dating down when it comes down to a white man. Why? Because his white skin covers a multitude of imperfections and sins. And because he's white, that is able to erase all of those imperfections, those undesirable traits. All of that stuff is washed away. His white skin has the potential to clean all of that in the mind of this black woman. Those are terms that used to define black men. Dusty, struggle love, leveling up, dating, choosing color, character over. All of this is designed to knock you as a black male. And when they talk about these terms, it's all inclusive. They mean you hoteps as well. You hoteps do not get a pass because y'all making videos defending them, calling this dude gay or calling him kitten. You don't get a chance to get a pass. You are also included in this. And this is what these dumb Negroes don't seem to understand. They don't get this. They don't get it, but it's played out right in front of their eyes. It is amazing to me that you have a group of men who call themselves intelligent and somebody's still trying to get at me here, and I'm trying to, okay. Yeah, let me get back to that. Another score. But anyway, they interrupted my video. They wanted to talk about the game, and I'm trying to get this video out the way, y'all. But this is what these hoteps don't understand. They don't get this. They just don't grasp this simple concept that, listen, you don't get a pass, brother. You don't get a pass because they're talking about your black ass too. But because she is mad and she's angry, she's pissed off, man. She's hot because she doesn't like the truth. She doesn't want to be told the truth. And when you present the truth to her, as I told y'all in many of these videos, no matter how fair and balanced, no matter how you present it, it doesn't matter to her. She don't want to hear it. You can't critique her. You can't analyze her. You can't tell her the truth. You just can't. And because she knows better than all of us, she knows this. She knows that her price tag is inflated. She knows this. She won't admit it, but she knows it. She knows that she moves the goalposts. She understands this. She won't admit it, but she knows it. She knows that when she talk about black men, she's talking about us as a collective. She will deny it and say, I'm not. No, she's talking about all of us. They redefine terms based upon who they are upset with. And because she's mad and she got her arms crossed and she got an attitude, which means nothing to me. I don't care. But the hotep, the pro-black, the back to Africa, the red, black, and green, the online Negro who does nothing but bicker and argue with black people online all day, that hotep, that online pro-black, he cares. So to try to show her that I'm on your team, I'm going to defend you, he goes out and calls this brother Kevin Samuels gay. Which is quite comical once you really put it in context, which, again, we're going to have to do in the whole shameless plug for the Rabbit Hole Production. Send me an email, I'll send you the link. But this is what they do. Because she doesn't want to accept the fact. She can't look into that mirror. She doesn't like what she sees. So it is a job of the online hotel to try to soften that reflection that she sees when she looks into the mirror. And the reflection that she sees when she looks in the mirror is the historical fact that 70% of them are chronically single. They're always the bridesmaid, never the bride. They're that runner who I told y'all in the analogy that I gave y'all who's down. Listen, the ref is going to throw a flag if you pile on that. Why? Because he's going to say that's unnecessary roughness. She's down already. And how do we know she's down? The least likely to be married. Nobody's marrying them. Nobody's checking for them. Even with all of their education, all of their advanced degrees, and all of this stuff that they claim that they have, 70% of them are still chronically single. These are just historical facts, man. And she doesn't like to be told that. You're not allowed to tell her that. And it is the job of the online hotel. In his mind, he thinks he's getting brownie points. He's not really getting any brownie points because he's so dumb, he doesn't realize that she's also talking about you too. And she's waiting. She's patiently waiting for who? For White Zaddy. She wants White Zaddy to come play the knight in shining armor and defend her and protect her and to tell her that she's beautiful. When White Zaddy tells her that you are beautiful, she feels good. When a black man tells her she's beautiful, she ain't paying no attention to that shit. She don't care. She's only beautiful when White Zaddy says she's beautiful. So since this dude that Crystal Cares had on her live said that chick that was in that Kevin Samuels video was beautiful, I guess, well, hey, y'all better go holler at her because she's beautiful now. Why? Because White Zaddy said it. White Zaddy defended her. And that's the reason why you seen in her comment thread after the defense by White Zaddy, who did you see? You saw Chrissy in the comment thread. You saw Mr. Yanni Red in the comment thread. You saw all these highfalutin women in the comment thread making comments, applauding this white dude. Oh my goodness, he's wearing a t-shirt. Imagine that. Imagine that shit. So y'all like t-shirts again. Now we knew y'all liked them when the brother had them and he was wearing them with Timberlands and saggy jeans. We knew y'all liked them then when he was selling rock. We knew that. We understood because that's who you was dating. That was your boyfriend. So we got that. We knew that you liked him then. But then all of a sudden y'all changed. And y'all said y'all don't want that no more. Because you got on heels. You got on skirt. You got your hair done. You need somebody that's going to wear a suit and tie. So now you got a brother that wears a suit and tie. And y'all criticizing that now. Y'all done moved the goalposts again. Now y'all don't like suit and ties. Now y'all like t-shirts. Why? Because White Zaddy showed up in Crystal and Cares' video wearing just a simple t-shirt. Oh, look at that shirt. Oh my goodness. The power of white skin. That white man has the ability to take something that this black woman says she hates and she is sick and tired of looking at, which was a brother in a wife beater or a t-shirt. I don't want that nipple wearing that. But all of a sudden, White Zaddy wears it. And all of a sudden, ooh, girl, did you see that t-shirt? Oh, my goodness, I got to get me one of them wearing a shirt like that. And then when you read the comment threads, what are they saying about Kevin Samuels in his suit? I don't know, no nigga wearing no casket ready suit. Wait a minute, what? What? I told y'all in video after video after video after video that I have produced. They move the goalposts. They have an inflated price tag. What they have is not worth what they think it's worth. And if they can find and fix their mouths to even suggest that a Kevin Samuels is a Dusty, then guess what? We're all Dusties, which is what I already knew. I told y'all that. Ain't come no surprise to me. Hey, listen, I accepted my lot with them a long time ago. This shit don't surprise me. I'm sitting back puffing on a cigar, just laughing. It's comical to me. It don't upset me. When I heard that sister in that video say that, you know, she tried to give men who are not on her level a chance, I chuckled because I knew what she was saying. She talking about black men. And to let you know how delusional these sisters are, is that she would say that to a black man. She's talking to a black man, telling a black man that I'm trying to give black men who are not on my level a chance. I mean, you can't make this shit up. This is how they think, man. And once you realize that they are suffering from delusional disorder, and they have delusions, man, delusions of grandeur. They think they are something that they're not. And because I know what you are, I just sit back and laugh when you come off with this price tag. I'm not paying that. You're asking too much. I ain't paying that. Let him pay that price. And that's the reason why I laughed when I looked at Kristen Carey's video and White Zaddy. Let him defend her. He's the one who should defend. Because you know why he should be the one that defends her? He's the one that get the feminine behavior. We don't get that. He's the one that get the submission. We don't get that. He's the one that don't get the lip. We don't get that. He's the one that don't get the attitude. We don't get that. So since we get none of those things, then it is only fitting that White Zaddy is the one who comes to her defense, not you Hoteps. And why should you Hoteps not be the one coming to their defense? Because they're talking about you too, nigga. You are included. You are a Dusty. If they're going to call a Kevin Samuels a Dusty, then goddammit, we're all Dusties. Accept it. I know that's tough for y'all. Y'all don't want to. Y'all just can't digest that. But if you want to know why these same Hoteps are calling that brother gay, you know, this second nature like breathing. I'm going to end it here. Send me an email and I'll get you the link. Because at the end of the day,